Hello, my name is Jim Wood. I'm chairman of Wood Communications Group and serve as strategic counsel to Competitive Wisconsin, a mission-driven organization dedicated to helping Wisconsin leaders address systemic and structural challenges and opportunities to its economic and social well-being. It is in that capacity that I draw your attention to the fact that Wisconsin is facing three major workforce-related challenges to its economic and social well-being. The first of those challenges is that our employers can't sustain and grow their businesses because we cannot find the workers we need. The second challenge is that we do not have the young people we need to sustain future growth. And the third is that workforce shortages are eroding the ability of our communities to provide the services and quality of life the new workers we must attract are seeking. Others facing similar challenges have responded creatively and aggressively. Some, like Ohio, are attracting and retaining workers with homeownership cash incentives. Others, like Tennessee, offer tuition-free education, and still others, like Vermont, offer cash grants to those willing to relocate. Competitive Wisconsin has identified a strategy that will enable Wisconsin to establish an advantage in each of these areas without raising taxes. More specifically, CWI proposes that rather than offering one or even two special programs, Wisconsin employers lead the way by letting the talent they want customize a package of incentives that works best for them. Wisconsin should also secure long-term stability for workforce investments such as incentives by securing the investments with contracts requiring years of employment in the state and by funding the incentive packages with a combination of public and private revenues generated by the job being filled. In addition, Wisconsin should utilize the recognized energy and power of its communities and regions by encouraging more robust local and regional efforts to grow and by recognizing the expertise and ability of local and regional development networks. Wisconsin must also begin the task of rebuilding its workforce pipelines, and to that end should recruit and incentivize Midwestern high school graduates seeking education or training in high-demand job fields to attend and graduate from Wisconsin's universities and colleges. With all of that in mind, let me talk directly to the question of how it is possible to fund such a comprehensive workforce recruitment and retention strategy without raising taxes. The premise is straightforward. Unfilled jobs do not produce either income or taxes. When people fill jobs, they produce both and also generate additional public and private indirect and induced growth in taxes and income. If the public and private revenues generated by filling a particular job exceed the revenues needed to fund the investment in securing the right worker to fill that job, it is an investment worth considering. And by way of a specific example, we worked with Deloitte to determine how much new revenues a specific job opening might generate. Here you see one of three that we looked at. An associate degree nurse Deloitte calculated would generate nearly $9,000 in new public revenues and more than $30,000 in new private revenues each year. A single nurse would over a 5-year period of time then generate more than $200,000 in new revenues. Based on those numbers, funding the $20,000 incentive package for that nurse would yield a 5-year net of $180,000. And if we could fill all of the 2,000 plus growth and exit-driven nurse openings listed around the state of Wisconsin in these days, the net would be more than $390 million. To advance this workforce recruitment and retention initiative, we need action on three fronts, including the establishment of a Wisconsin Workforce Investment Network responsible for confirming that proposed incentive contracts meet criteria for the investment, contract administration, and performance measurement and reporting. Second, we need to authorize the issuance of workforce pipeline bonds to attract students to come to and or remain and work in Wisconsin. Third, we need to encourage and authorize local and regional governments and other entities to invest in quality of life strategies and programs that support workforce and economic development. We need your help to make these things happen. Thank you for this opportunity. You can find more information and details about our action recommendations at our website.